Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is line your problem up. So we're going to line up -5 and 62 hundredths plus -12 and 9 tenths. And as you can see, I'm going to put placeholders. 0 is a placeholder for the problem. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 6 is 15. Carry the 1. 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 2 equals 8. And then 0 plus 1 is 1. So you will get 18 and 52 hundredths. Okay, so now we're going to do subtracting decimals. So you want to line them up so it's 15 and 39 hundredths minus 2 and 6 tenths. And I'm going to put my zeros for the placeholder. So 9 minus 0 is 9. Then you can't subtract 3 minus 6, so you're going to have to do some right here and get 4 and so 13 minus 6 is 7. 4 minus 2 is 2, and 1 minus 0 is 1. So you get 12 and 79 hundredths. Okay, so we're going to learn how to multiply decimals. So with multiplication, it does not require you to line the decimals up. So we're just going to start with 4.02 times 0.7. So 7 times 2 equals 14. Carry the 1. 7 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. And then 7 times 4 is 28. And to this side, you're going to put how many numbers there are, so where the decimals are going to go. So over here, it's 2 times plus 1, which equals 3. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 2 and 814 thousandths. Okay, so first we have to set up the problem for dividing decimals. And for it being decimals, for dividing decimals, we do not have to line up the decimals. So we're going to put 0.2 divided by 1.06. And the 0 doesn't really count, so we're going to put that over there. And this over here is the decimal. We're going to bring it up right there, like that. And so 2 can go into 10 5 times, minus 10 equals 0. And then 2 can go into 6 3 times. So bring down 6 and minus 6 equals 0. So your answer is 5.3. 5 and 3 times. Okay, so first you're going to start with rewriting the problem. So it's W minus 5.8, which equals 1.2. And then since it's a subtraction problem, you're going to add 5.8 on both sides of the equal sign. So it's plus 5.8 and plus 5.8. So it cancels out this 5.8, which is W, which leaves W by itself. So W equals, then you're going to solve this problem, which is 10, carry the 1, and that's 7.0. So W equals 7.0. Okay, so now we're going to rewrite our problem again. So it's K plus 3.91 equals 28.00. And so since it's an addition problem, we're going to cancel out 3.91 with subtraction. So we're going to subtract 3.91, which cancels out that, which leaves K by itself. Then we're going to subtract 3.91 from here. And since they're all zeros, we're going to have to borrow. So 8, that's 7. That's 10, which equals 9. So 10 minus 1 equals 9. 9 minus 9 equals 0. 7 minus 3 equals 4. And then that's still 2. So that equals 24.9. So K equals 24.9. and 9/100. Okay, so we're going to rewrite our problem, and this is multiplication, so it's 1.2y equals negative 1.44. And so now we're just going to divide 1.2 by all of them, so divided by 1.2 and divided by 1.2. So dividing by 1.2, it's going to cancel out this side, which leaves y by itself. Then we're actually going to divide these, so we're going to put 1.44 divided by 1.2. We're going to move our decimal over and put that right there. So 12 can go into 14 once. Minus 12 equals 2. Bring down the 4 is 24. And 12 can go into 24 evenly twice. Minus 24 equals 0. So now we're going to have y equals 1.2. Okay, so we're going to rewrite our problem. So it's n divided by 8.2 equals negative 0.6. So since it's a division problem, we're going to multiply. So we're going to multiply 8.2 on both sides of the equal sign. And that's going to cancel out. 8.2 is going to cancel out 8.2, which leaves n by itself. And then, so now we're going to multiply 8.6 times 8.2, which equals 12. Carry the 1, that's 3. 0, that's 8. Carry the 4, 12. Now we're going to add that, so 2. 11, carry the 1 is 3, and 1. And since there are two numbers that are on the right side of the decimal, that's going to be 1 plus 1, which equals 2. So we're going to move our decimal over 2 times. So n equals 13 and 12/100. Okay, so this problem is pretty easy. All you're going to do is line your fractions up like this, which are no problem. Then you're just going to add them since they have common denominators. So 6 plus 3 is 9. So 6 15ths plus 3 15ths equals 9. 9 15ths. Okay, so this problem is a little more difficult because they don't have common denominators. So if your fractions don't have common denominators, you're going to have to find the least common denominator. And the least common denominator for 21 24ths and 1/2 is 12. So 21 24ths is going to stay the same. And then 1/2 is going to turn into 12 24ths because we have to multiply 12 for the numerator and denominator. And so your problem would be 21 24ths minus 12 24ths, which equals 9 24ths. And we can simplify this to 3/8. And that's it. Okay, so first we're going to line up our problems and just write it out like I did at top. And then we're going to put 1/4 times negative 2/3, except now we're going to put it on top, so it's 1 times negative 2 and 4 times 3. And there are no problems that can go over for that, so it would equal negative 2/12, which we can simplify to negative 1/6. And that's your answer. Okay, so first we need to rewrite the problem. So the rewritten problem will be 3/4 multiplied by 7/6, because we're going to use the reciprocal of 6/7. So 3/4 times 7/6. And we can actually cancel out 3 and 6 because 3 can go into 6 twice and 3 can go into 3 once. So this is going to equal 7/8. And that's your answer. Okay, so for this problem, we're going to be subtracting 1/6 from both sides of the equal sign. So we're going to subtract 1/6 to undo the addition, and then we're going to subtract 1/6 from here. And so this cancels out those two, so it just leaves m, which equals 4/6, which can be simplified if you divide it by 2 to 2/3. And that's your answer. Okay, so for this problem, you're going to add 1/5 on each side of the equal sign because that will cancel out the subtraction. So we're going to add 1/5 and add 1/5. So that cancels out, which leaves n by itself. And so 3 plus 1 over 5 equals 4/5. So n equals 4/5, and that's your answer. Okay, so for this problem, you're actually going to be multiplying 1/5 by its reciprocal, which you can do 5 over 1 or 5. And so what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 5 over 1. And then on this side, we're going to 4 over 1, which will be 5 over 1 multiplied. And so that cancels out, which leaves x by itself. So 4 times 5 equals 20 over 1, so x equals 20. And that's your answer. Okay, so for this problem, you are going to multiply by its reciprocal again. So that would be 1/6. So you're going to multiply that by 1/6, and then this by 1/6. And so that cancels out, which leaves y by itself. And then we need to find the common denominator for this, which is 6. So if you multiply that by 3 and 3, that would equal 3. 6 times 1, 6. And we can cancel that out by 2 and 1, so that equals 1/12. So y equals 1/12, and that's your answer.